Okay, the safety population flag you have kept as white. And so you see here in the visit, we are representing only the period 1 and period 2 information only. We are not doing any kind of screening. Okay, as per the visit here, uh, so here A visit, analysis visit, we don't consider the screening one. We are considering only the period 1 baseline value and the change baseline value, only the treatment related. Okay, we're not taking any related to the screening one, which is we don't need it. We don't need as per the mock shell, because they forgot to mention the period. I'm not sure. So for that reason, we don't take the screening part. We don't need anything in that in statistic for the screening. Okay, we need only for the treatment ones. So for that reason, A visit not equal to screening. Okay. So like that, you create your filtration, and parameter equal to here parameter is uh, 7 6. No, it's okay. So because we already mentioned here parameter, so we have to represent systolic blood pressure, diastolic temperature, and all those things we have to do here. So you create your condition. Compatible variables. So weight class operator requires compatible variables. Screening. Okay, let me check. But there is nothing wrong.
Is it 1 comma 2 comma 3?
This one?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
okay. Where I want not put this one second. Okay. So we got param. there is nothing wrong. Why should
See if eval is in character or numeric format.
no, it's in numeric format only because it.
No, character format.
Why this one is character? Yeah, we get numeric, right? So numeric one only if we have char. Because if you check ADVS, where is it? No, oval value always be numeric only.
The character.
Why here is character?
Character.
Okay, let me check the coding for that one. We need to do. Because that variable is numeric, so we need to should have to be in the numeric only,
Yeah.
right? So because the standard is numeric one, oval is always numeric. Oval C is the character value of the plus. So VS test R is okay. I need to change it here now. So that you have to change. Anyway, so you understand, right? So we're gonna change it here only, this part into yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take only first one parameter. Okay, one parameter. Let's take 7, which is the pulse one. To calculate the summary statistics, and each time you have to repeat. So like that, it can be reduced 395. Because if you have 1580, that's gonna take more time, so you do one by one, like one step each. Okay, one counts. Then at the end, you set all of them.
Yeah.
For all 4 parameters, you set at the end. So VS. So once you've done this one, and you take the same thing for creating the treatment counts. for VS. Okay. Yes. VS 1. So here is like that. So how we created for the the treatment 02. So the same thing we have done with the vital signs. So we don't want this information. And I'm giving order is 1 here. Here also we have given order 1, right? So this is for the big N count. So okay. So anything. So order is 1 here for the vital signs. Okay, so you got your TRT counts and the order we have given. Then this is only for the pulse rate. So I'm calculating only for the first one in the pulse rate. So once you're done, all related to the your information, now you can do the summary statistics. So proc summary data equal to VS1. Okay, and wait. So the class would be param a visit n, a visit wise, time point wise, okay, then treatment wise, and the variable value oval. Okay. So like that you have converted to the numeric one. So output I'm giving like the new data set is 2. So n equal to n underscore, mean equal to mean underscore, median equal to median underscore, standard equal to standard underscore, and mean equal to mean underscore, and max equal to max underscore. So like that you give your names, new variable we have created for the names. So if you check the VS2, all right, so you have n, mean, median, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. Okay, so we got only for the pulse rate, and we got period 1 and period 2. So those 2 information. And the time point wise, the 2 hours, 8 hours checkout for period 1 and period 2, and the treatment related test and reference. So we don't need these automatic variables. So once you got this one, the same thing we have done, for the age variables. So we have to apply the decimals. Data, VS3, set, VS. Demo 1, this one is. No, it's not the one. Okay, like that. You apply the decimal. Okay, so we check here. So this one, the n is, you can write 3 dot. Okay. For the median is, you can put one decimal. For mean and median is 1 decimal, and the standard deviation is 2 decimal. So here is standard deviation, we have applied 2 decimals, and the mean and median is 1 decimal. Okay. Okay, so if you check the VS3, so you can see here they have applied 21 2 decimal for the standard deviation, and mean n is a 1 decimal, and the remaining one is just one. There is no decimals. Okay, so like that, once you apply it, then you have to label it. Okay, sorry, we have to do the part transpose first. So I'm gonna take the same thing.
Why did we convert that into character here?
Which one? This one? Yes, I have mentioned, right? In order to save the storage, all the values we can able to convert in the, if we have a chance to convert in the.
But to make summary, does not.
Yeah,
the
we already finished the calculation here in the.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just to applying, the display.
Yeah. Good. Okay, yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
so the part transpose data.
Yeah.
Yes, 4. So by variable, by parameter, okay, as per the parameter, visit wise, time point wise, and the treatment wise, okay. Param, a visit, and a visit, ATPTN, ATPT. So up to time point wise. So the treatment we have done here also, we don't need that. Okay, then ID will be the treatment, okay, the treatment information. These are the one, whatever in the column wise, okay, whatever in the row wise, the treatment. So this information should have to come as on the top, and this information should have to come as a row wise, okay. The ID, whatever the ID you mentioned, that comes at the top, and whatever the variable values in the statement you have mentioned, it will come as a row wise, okay. So VS4. So now you see the param a visit n, okay. So here it comes as a row, okay, for the period 1, for each time point, okay, each time point, the 2 and the 3, each time point, and the ref and test on the top, okay. So once you got that required variables, I mean required format, so then you apply the labels for this one. So VS5. So this one is all same. So we don't need this calculator. Okay, so the VS5 would be the labels we have applied. So N, mean, median, SD, minimum, as per the options. This part. Minimum and maximum. Okay, so up to here you have got your aval value, which is the baseline values, which is on the top. Okay, which is on the top. These values we got. So next we need to calculate. I mean, this value we got it. Okay, next we need to calculate the change from baseline. Okay, for only for the pulse rate. Okay, we're not doing anything for system other parameters. Okay, so only for this part, and we need to do with the change from baseline for the pulse rate. Okay. Okay, so you do the same thing starting from here. So you don't need to change those things. So up to here, from here only. Copy. So instead of 1, Yeah, this is 1 1, then here is 2. Sorry, this is the one we need. Okay, so I keep one condition here. The first condition would be, because we don't need the baseline value, we need only this 1 hour, 2 hour, 8 hours. So we don't need 0 hours, because the 0 hour, which is we consider as the baseline flag.
This line,
You
yeah.
remember, that is if it is ADPT equal to 0, that is the we consider as a baseline value. So we don't need that one, we need post baseline. Okay, so we need this part, the time point, 2 hours, 6 hours, check out those point we need it. For that reason, so we need a condition like if, okay, so here we can use where ATPT not equal to 0. So if you do like that, it comes everything related to the after the drug administration, which is after the post baseline values. So if we keep those on the top, we get everything information related to the baseline values. Okay. And what else we need to change? So here is everything will be the same. The only thing you have to change here, the numbering, because it might get overlap. Okay. So here is 2, here is 3, here is 3, here is 4, here is 4, and here is 5. Okay, so like that you can change all of them.
First one. Yeah.
This one we take as the source,
Yeah.
one of top. Okay. So this is related to the change from baseline value. Okay, so this is all related the change from baseline values. This one. So we got. So you don't see any kind of 0 values here. It's only the baseline now. I mean post baseline values. So once you're done, now you have to set up both of them. Okay, you just set up. Okay, so instead of, I think this is not a setup. This is merging. So you see here. So this side by side, observed value, eval value, and the change from baseline. Those are side by side. So we need to merge. So if we need to merge, you need to sort first, right? Proc sort data equal to, so VS5, the first one. So by param, visit n, visit twice, ATPTN, ATPT, then order wise, then stat wise. So stat and order wise. And you do the same thing with VS5. So like that, once you're done, so I get data final match VS5, VS55. Okay, so we'll take all these things. So as for the mark shell, we have 2 hours. Okay, 2 hour baseline. We have to represent like this. Okay, if it is a 0 hour, you have to represent baseline. If it is 2 hours, you have to represent as 2 hours, and if it is 8 hours, you have to represent as 8 hours. Okay, so for that reason, if ATPT equal to 0 hour, then ATPT equal to baseline. If ATPT equal to 2 hours, then ATPT equal to 2H. If ATPT equal to 8, then ATPT equal to, if you check VS55, so the checkout, okay, so this is truncated, this value also. Okay, so if ATPT equal to checkout, then ATPT equal to, since we don't have how to represent here for the checkout, okay, so you can keep it or you can leave it, it's up to you, because it's not mentioned in the, just mention the baseline and the hours wise only, not mention the checkout, so we don't keep those ones, okay. So then just run. So you check final one. So now you can see the 0 hour, it becomes, on the baseline 2 hours and 8 hours. So the checkout is going to be the same thing. Okay.
Then we can drop. We need to remove those, right? Or not necessary?
You can change it if you want. You can just add.
No, but we are not reporting them, right? So we don't need them, right?
So on that time, you need to put the condition on the top. ATPT not equal to how we kept here, right? How we kept ATPT where condition not equal to missing, not equal to, not in 0 and checkout. You have to mention in the chance start, and here also you have to put ATPT not. So like that you have to mention. But anyway, we are representing, so you can keep it.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure what happened after this one. It's just after they given the 2 hours. So, but in our data set, it also having that considered as a time point, right? So we can keep it. We can keep it, or it's up to you if we can keep it. So usually you can, if you have doubt, you can ask the statistician, because here we don't have any statistician, so we cannot assume what exactly after this one.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have a truncation here, so I'm just make it to clear.
I think we have to increase the length.
Let me check if we have any changes. Yeah, that's it. Give the length here. Okay. So now we got the checkout here. Okay, so once you're done all your merge part, the both of them you merge. Okay, now you do your reporting. So in the final data set, okay, so when you check, this is final, right? Is there any where is that part? The eval values. Why we have only 2 of them? 1 second, I'm just checking this. New setting is done. Like this and 48 upstairs. So just we need. Okay, okay. It seems like overlapping. Seems like overlapping. Yeah. So what we have to do? So we need to rename it. We need to rename it. Okay, so it is overlapping. And we can rename it. So rename. Okay. REF equal to REFC. Okay, and that's equal to SC. Let me check like this. Okay, now we are good, I guess. Okay, so this is related to the aval values, and this is related to the change values. Okay, so you can see these two values is merging the side by side. Okay? That is why missing. So be careful with those ones, because here have the same values and they're also the same values, it overlapping. So once we got all the information, now we can create our reporting. Okay. Do we have a time?
We have 6 minutes.
Okay, 6 minutes. Okay, so here we have just mentioned, one parameter. So if you want to mention, you just copy and, or create like final one for one parameter, then final two for other parameter, final three other parameters. Then all you set, okay, at the end you set all those things as a final 5. Okay. Either you can, copy and paste. You just change the code. Just change the condition here is a paramin equal to 2. Okay. Oops. 30%. 9:20. 5 minutes. 5 minutes more last. Okay, sorry. So you change there on the top where we have to keep here. So put 1, remaining 4, 5, 6. You do the same thing for all the parameters, and you can, just change the names here also. The VS5, VS555. You can macrotize also if you need to do the macrotize. All those things you need to macrotize, and you apply each variable. Okay, this is kind of lengthy code, but this is the way we have to do it. Okay. So for now, I just keep it as final, and this is RVS. Okay. So the spacing is everything will be the same. So the column would be param L, param, a visit N, a visit PT, PTN, PT, PT, and OD. Start. Okay. So okay, so they gave like breaking lines. It's not like continuous line. So this code doesn't work. So what you have to do? Is LBS. Okay, I'm gonna use the same thing. So in real time, you will be have the macro ties. Okay, so you just need to change the, the variables and it apply the display and everything. Okay. So it's taking time. That's why I just paste from my programming. So here is the final. We don't have page 1. So we don't have this part. Okay, so let me run this one. So it's nothing but the same like the last time. So the only thing is we have break lines here. We don't have continuous line. We have a break lines after the test. So for that reason, I use this part, and there is a split character because the n was under down as per the mock shell. The n has come here, so I kept the split character. Then after that, I give the space, one space. I mean not a space. I just put like this. So this break line, it goes to the the below this test like that. Okay. Then the test, and for the for the eval value, and this is for the change from the baseline value. Okay. And okay, so you do the same thing with the reference. One minute. Huh? I think it's gonna be close. We're gonna continue tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.